Hello YouTube, welcome back to the Bison Workshop. And I got a pair of boots here that I have been wearing for going on 12 years. And they're really good boots. They're Welco, and I've never found a boot that's as tough. I mean, this leather is just as good as it was the day it was made. You know, a little discoloration, a few nicks here and there, but you know, in all reality, this is an awesome boot. But they need to be retreaded, and I don't know anybody that does that stuff anymore. You know, we're in a world today where all the good things in life are being faded out. You know, there used to be shoe repair. Now you buy a pair of shoes, they wear out, and in a couple months you throw them away and buy your new pair and pay more for it than you did last time. And it's just a vicious cycle. If anybody out here that sees this on YouTube, I'd like to get these resold. If anybody out there does this kind of stuff, let me know, man. I'll pay money to get these redone. I need new soles put on them, and here's why. That one cracked on me and busted. And I've been walking around like that for the last 6 months. And today I was walking on a ladder and it started getting a little dangerous, so it's time to do something about that. So, until I can find somebody to resole these for me, I'm going to do my best to try to fix this boot. I love these boots. I don't want to get rid of them for nothing, no man's money. So we got to figure out a way to clamp that once we put our glue on there. So I'm going to find a board that'll go here and squeeze down on that part, and then find something to squeeze against the bottom part here. Alright, this is what I found. That's about as wide as that, so that'll work there. And we'll take this and put here. Something like that right there. And then clamp that together just like so. It'd be better if I had something to go inside there. So let's untie this, and I hate restringing my boots, but gotta do what I gotta do. Need a shoehorn. Alright, now let me get 2 clamps. And see how this works out. Now I have 2 choices here that I'm going to try. I got slim rubber cement, and the Superflex black RTV gasket or silicone adhesive sealant. I like using this stuff for a lot of things, but I don't know if it's going to work too well on boots because you're constantly moving, it's flexing. You know, it's pretty violent for a shoe. if you was a shoe, you would realize that a shoe has a violent life, constantly twisting, turning, moving, shaking, jarring, you name it. So this is not designed for that kind of application. This is designed for a head gasket or a valve cover gasket that it pretty much stays stationary. So, the only element it has to worry about is cold, heat, cold, heat. So, you know, this is a little different. It's got all the elements, violent life and cold and heat, cold and heat. So it's kind of double trouble. All right, then we've got rubber cement that is used for putting patches on inner tubes or patching the inside of a tar. And a tar is designed to flex in heat and cold and stuff like that. So I would venture to say that this would be the better choice. However, I've had issues where this stuff wouldn't even hold a patch on a tar. Just depends on the company that makes it and how good reputation they have. So, you just kind of gotta guess which one you want to try. Um, so you also want to think about, all right, if this fails, is it going to create a problem for the next thing that I try? So I'm wondering if I shouldn't try the RTV gasket maker first, since it is rubber. Once it dries, it would be no different than this stuff right here that's on the sole. Then if this doesn't work, then we can go with this method and it would still be the same, theoretically. So I'm going to try this first. This would be easier to get off if I had to go back and do this. I'd like to have the glue that they actually use to do these boots. But the problem is it's got a crack in it, and that crack's going to be hard to keep together. But it'll hold together long enough for me to find somebody to redo my shoes for me. So what we're going to do, we got to get one more clamp ready, because I don't want to spend a lot of time. Of course, that's got a long drying time too, so I got plenty of time to get it clamped into place before it's set to the point where you can't move it. So we're going to take both these clamps and put aside. We're going to take these boards and put them aside. And then we're going to take and squirt us some of this on another board. I don't know, maybe we can squirt it in there. Alright, we're going to try to pull this out just far enough so that we can get a good coat of this. Well, I hate these things when they do that. Always drying up on me. Just take me a drywall screw and put it in there and pull it. Then take my trusty pocket knife, go in the inner edge of that, and pull some of that out. Oh, I hate it when that happens. I just bought this damn thing. This shit dries in the tube. Is this going to turn into a review? Because this is ridiculous. I just bought this damn tube. Probably about 3 weeks ago. It's not going to come out. I'm getting mad now. There ain't no sense in this shit. Buy a brand new tube of shit and use it 1 or 2 times and then can't use it no more. And you know I'm hitting wet. I don't know what to do here. Well, I guess I'm going to have to ruin the frickin' tube over stupidity like this. I'm telling you, this makes me mad that I have to do this. Now all that's going to be wasted. That makes me mad. That burns my ass that thing dried up like that. That thing is hard as a rock right there. That whole thing. There's no sense in that. You ought to be able to use something until it's finished. And there's going to be a letter wrote to them. I'm going to find out their email address. We're going to let them know. That's bullshit. I gotta find my rag. Alright. What we're going to do, we're going to take this paintbrush, since it didn't work out the way I wanted to, and we're going to take this and we're going to paint that down in there all the way clear to the last crack. And we're not going to miss a thing. Alright, now we got that side. Then we'll come over here, flip this side. We're going to push that down in there as far as that crack is broke. Yeah, I'm ruining my brush, but that's why they call them throwaway brushes. You gotta be careful breathing that shit too. That's silicone. Now, we're going to take and put a little bit on the edge of that. And then we're just going to push it in. We have to trim some off of it, no big deal. A little slick on the sides. Alright. Now, got a part I forgot. Hell, I miss that big old area. Alright, now we've got it coated, both sides, nice and even. Now, we're going to take our board here and set that right there. And we're going to set this one. Hopefully this works out the way I want it to. You know what? I'm going to use the vise, so let's go over to the vise. So now, we're going to take this and see if it'll go wide enough. We hope. Alright, so now, put that in there. Strings, we don't want them caught. Well, that needs to be slid that way. When you got big gobs like that on your paper or your fingers, you don't want to put that in your rag. That will prolong your rag. So now, we're going to keep on squeezing. And hope that works. If it don't, oh well, I'm back to the drawing board. But these got to be done by tomorrow, so I can wear them. I don't give up on a boot. So tomorrow we'll take this clamp out and hope it don't deform my boot too bad. And we'll see where it gets us. Alright guys, I've got it out of the vise and I don't think it's going to hold. I walked on this today. We went to Harbor Freight a while ago and I've been walking on it for probably about 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours. So it's holding here a little bit and holding here for a little bit, but it ain't gonna last long. So I guess I'm gonna have to find somebody to fix these. But anyway, with this gasket maker, I had to cut it open because this whole area here got solid hard, and no matter how much screwing I did, you know, I used these 3 screws to try to dig the stuff out, and even my pocket knife, as you've seen, and it just wouldn't, by the time I pulled the screw back in, it would close back up and I couldn't get anything out of it. So I ended up having to cut the top off of it to get any out of it. And pretty much ruined the whole bottle. I mean, that's enough to do probably 3 head gaskets, or 3 valve cover gaskets, or oil pan gasket or something. But anyway, it's just chintzy. So I've sent them a letter, an email, and he just got back to me, uh, and I explained to him what had happened, and he's actually going to replace this for me. I thought that was pretty cool. I just sent him a nice letter saying, letting him know, I appreciate you doing that. I mean, I really didn't expect him to get back to me. I guess they surprised me on that one. So they're going to send me a new one of these, and I thought that was pretty cool. And uh, this stuff I live by, man. I use it for everything. In fact, this is the same stuff that is holding the little round pad cookie that mounts on your dash, because originally they come with two-sided tape. And every time I turn around, that two-sided tape wasn't holding to the dash, and every time I'd shut my door on a hot day and go in the store and come back out, my GPS was laying on the ground or on the floor of the truck. So I fixed that by putting a little smear of this on the bottom of my GPS cup, and it's been on there for a year and a half, 2 years. Never had an issue out of it. So this stuff works really good. I use it for plumbing. I use it for just about everything. And as you can see, I just fixed my boot. Of course, it didn't work very well, but it'll hold long enough for me to get these fixed. I love these boots, and I don't want to get rid of them. They're Welco boots, and this sole here is fine. It just needs this part taken off and put a new tread on it. Other than that, there's no holes in the top rubber, just the bottom rubber. So there you go. We're going to turn this into a scores video also. So I'm going to clean off the desk here, and I'm going to show you what I got. You guys are going to like it, so stay tuned. Alright, get ready for it, guys. There it is. We just got back from Harbor Freight, and we bought this bad boy. Inverter, 145 MMA, which I'm not real sure what it is. 165 TIG. So I guess that's for the stick. 145 amp for the stick welding, I guess. And then 165 amp for the TIG. 240 volt welder. Quick start with high open circuit voltage. 240 volts. 25 amp. Single phase. 60 hertz input. Welding current, which I just mentioned is up here, and scratch start. And there it is. And I thought it was bigger than that, but it's not. So now we're going to open this up and see what we got in it. I'll tell you, sometimes these things are hard to get open. Alright, first we got owner's manual. Comes with the probe, I know there's a word for that, and I can't remember what it's called, and your ground. I know somebody's going to correct me. Alright, we got a strap, don't know what that's for. Then we've got what is this? The neighbor got this for me because I'm doing a bunch of work on her trailer and building a deck and stuff like that for her. and she's just gonna work it out and work. So then we got our probe assembly. We got two different tips. They're not colored. Oh, these are gray. So these are the gray is the ones we want. Gray and purples, from what I understand. They're good for just about everything. So you can, I think you can do aluminum with these gray ones. You got an 1/8 inch and you got a 3/32 rod. I was wondering about that, if I was going to have to buy new tips. And then we got our probe. And from what I understand, this is supposed to have, you're supposed to put 100% argon on this, but when I was looking at it in the store, I didn't see. Oh wow, they gave you 3 rods. Didn't even know those was going to be in there. I didn't see a place on the side of this for a bottle. Alright, and then you got your ground clamp. Pretty stout. Alright. Then well, that must come up with the welder. Oh. Then we got our rod holder. And I know the word for that. I just can't, it's not at the tip of my tongue yet. Wand, I think. I'm not sure. Then, let's turn this upside down and slide it out there. Empty box. A little one. I hope this ain't going to be a disappointment. But that's a little one. But yeah, I don't see any place to put argon to it. You got for your leads to go on, your adjustment, power LED, and overheat indicator. And as you can see, it's not very big. Alright, and then the back side here, we got power cord and no place for argon. See, that's got me worried, because you're supposed to have argon to run this. And if you look here, the wand for TIG welding has a tube on it and has a hose that's supposed to slide over top of something. Maybe it's supposed to go directly to the bottle itself. Yeah, okay. Alright, I got it now. Alright. Then we got our 220 plug, which I'm going to have to put one in. I've got 220 to the breaker box. I just haven't got my outlet for the 220 plug. I'm hoping I have that plug. May have to go buy that thing. Nope, I'm going to have to go buy it. Oh well. But anyway, I had to get this for the axle on the trailer. And there's that. So then while I was there, I went ahead and got 2 tubes. They were only 4 something a piece. I thought that was pretty cheap for these tubes. Getting ready to run a staple on my fingers, what I'm getting ready to do. Got to keep these rods in a dry tube, so that's what these are for. I got 2 of those. They're, like I said, 4 something a piece. And so there's those 2. Then I got 2 different rods. I got 6011s and 7018s, both 18 or 1/8 inch. So I didn't know which ones I was going to use the most, so I just thought I'd get both of them. Now I started out welding with a stick welder, so it's just a matter of me getting used to the welder. Every welder welds different, and we bought the 1-year replacement warranty too, so extended service protection. I normally don't get them because I think they're a hoax, but she got it anyway. So altogether it came to, let's see here, now one of these I paid for cash. So with the welder, this, and both boxes of rods, which was $8 and something a piece for 20 or 2 pounds, and it came to $280.70 with the extended warranty. So we're going to find out if this thing's worth the time. So now, Tom, go ahead, give me hell. I ragged the shit out of Tom about Harbor Freight, and here I go by Harbor Freight, and I know he's laughing. Stop laughing, Tom. Stop it. Anyway, so that takes care of the welder. Now, I got something in the mail the other day that was kind of unexpected, and I got something that was needed. Been looking for one. Every time I go to Goodwill, I'll look in the books department to find this, and this is what Crafted sent me. Machinist Handbook, 26th edition, industrial press. And I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of information in this bad boy. I wouldn't begin to know half the stuff in here. Probably wouldn't even, there's probably only 1 page in there I know something about. Either that or I know it and just don't put it in context with what they're doing. But I thought that was pretty cool, Crafted, to send this to me. And I appreciate that, Crafted. You're alright, no matter what Evil Twin was telling me about you. Yeah, it's me stirring up trouble. Anyway, that's what we got today. And I've got a break on the work that I'm doing over there on her house, so it looks like I can go ahead and take these couple of days because we're waiting for them to move that AC unit so I can start building the deck. As soon as that AC unit is moved out of the way, we'll get started on that deck. Uh, and I hope it goes smoothly. But we still got some boards to get for it, so the brake is going to be used for uh, mocking up the axle so we can get that done. Um, then I got to change tires, and I got a lot going on here, so it's just a matter of getting it recorded, and hopefully I get it recorded right and I hit record instead of doing the job and forget to hit record. Been known to do that. So anyway, that's going to be a wrap on the boot fix and shop score. So you guys have a good one. Later.